Hello everyone and welcome back to game week 5 of the 23-24 PTC Therapeutics Championship, where you join myself, Ryan Sipple, and my co-commentator Lucas Veza O'Brien for champions Greenbank versus Leeds Dynamos. Whilst Greenbank have nothing to play for anymore within the context of the season, Leeds Dynamos very much do. Lucas, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, really well. I absolutely loved the championship this season as a whole, and certainly game week 5. Talk to me about Manchester City's 1-0 victory over Villa Rockets Lions. What a way to cap off what's been a really encouraging season for you.
Yeah, I'm very happy after this season, because coming into this season we knew we weren't favourites to win most games. However, we've stuck by the team. We grinded out a great 1-0 win against Villa Rockets Lions, and it was an amazing performance by the boys.
No, I absolutely agree. I'm gutted I missed it. I was commentated on this one. So each of our 12 teams have all played 21 games in the season now. Just one game each to go. If we bring up the league table, you will understand why this could be so significant for Leeds Dynamos going forward. Of their 21 games, they've won 11, drawn 7, lost 3. They sit on 40 points. So a win here, which is probably very much against the odds, would see them leapfrog Middlesbrough in the standings. If Middlesbrough secure so much as a point against AFC Bournemouth Warriors later on this afternoon, they will wrap up that automatic promotion spot, but it's still to play for, because the third position in the league results in a one-off playoff game. And with Norwich City having just won emphatically against Nottingham Forest, if they are to win their final game and Leeds Dynamos are to lose here, Norwich City will very much likely secure third place in the league and have their chance of securing a spot in the 24-25 Premiership. It's also possible for Dudley as well, but they're reliant on results elsewhere. If they were to secure a win in their final game, they would go matched on points with Leeds Dynamos, but currently have 12 goals better in their goals for and against. But we're ready to get underway here, and you will join myself and Lucas for the action live. Give me your prediction for this one then, Lucas.
I believe Greenbank will experiment a bit in this game, so I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Leeds win.
Wow, that is interesting. That could be really significant. Whilst you say they could experiment, they've obviously fielded what is typically their strongest team. So they've got Cody Taylor in goal wearing yellow. Their outfield player is the most potent attack the championship has probably ever seen, and the goals they've scored against their opposition is incredible. Jacob Book-Platt on the ball now, one of the brightest young players anywhere in the world, let alone England alone. Luke Kelly in the centre has been nothing short of a revelation following his transfer from Brighton, and early on they're showing why they're so clinical as they connect and link up in attack. Liam Ashton leading the standings on the goal scorer charts.
All the Greenbank attack are the top 3 goal scorers. Liam Ashton leading with 30. Next up is Jacob with 21. And Luke Kelly with 20. So they're not shy of goals, Greenbank.
No, they're not. And as early on, Jack Humphreys scores a goal against the odds. A really significant moment just over a minute into the game. Jack Humphreys puts Leeds Dynamos 1-0 up.
They will be happy about this. but I can see the Norwich players who will be watching, hoping that the frightful Greenbank side can get goals back as Jacob takes it up the wing.
Yeah, they're not looking to sit back. They're looking to find that equaliser immediately. Jacob Buckplatt spearheading the attack for the champions. As it stands currently, with the way the table lies, Leeds Dynamos currently in second, with Middlesbrough just about to kick off on Court A, where they face AFC Bournemouth Warriors. If there is any goals in that game, we will bring them to you live. But thank you to all that are joining myself and Lucas for this one. Indirect free kick for Luke Kelly on the edge of the box. Has to go via the chair of an opponent or teammate. Liam Ashton looking to position himself between Hannah Hindley and Amelia Chadwick. Out wide to Jacob Buckplatt. Liam Ashton's going to try and force it over the line. As Lucas said a few moments ago, Liam on 30 goals for the season, an incredible tally.
Kelly and Chadwick just battling in the middle now. Two very strong players, with Humphries now taking it up the pitch. But much plan was there to meet him, but Jack got around him, hoping to get in the box. Kelly there to meet him.
Luke Kelly not happy with the aggression of Jack Humphries. Gets a ticking off from our central referee Pete Taylor. Surely any further contact, Pete Taylor will likely get out the yellow card. He's assisted by Mark Kerrison on the right and Jamie King on the left.
Making contact, but referees are play on as he drives it up the pitch, Luke Kelly. On the edge of the box now. Luke.
Ashton trying to thread the ball between Hindley and Humphries. They've got a serious job on their hands preventing the attack of Greenbank. Kelly out on the right, controlled by Humphries, met by Jacob Buckplatt. Got two very familiar foes either side of the court. Leeds Dynamos partly coached by Dan Rigby. Greenbank with Marcus Harrison, and Jack Humphries nearly angles that goal bound. Cody Taylor had to be aware. Seb Copeland with the resulting kick in. Few options in attack. I think they're trying to be conservative and maintain this one goal lead, because Jack Humphries the only player really present in the box. Copeland does well to thread the ball through to Humphries, but Kelly guides it out of play for a kick in.
The partnership of Jacob and Luke is just amazing to watch.
Should it end as it currently is, it would take automatic promotion out of the hands of Norwich City. They're still hoping that Greenbank will be able to secure something from this, and if they're able to beat Teesside Steel, which is no mean feat, as Leeds Dynamos know, they lost 1-0 to Teesside Steel earlier today, then that playoff position will be going to Norfolk. Chadwick struggling to break the persistent press of Jacob Buckplatt. Still 0-0 between AFC Bournemouth Warriors and Middlesbrough on Court A. Here on Court B, Greenbank trail 1-0 against Leeds Dynamos. Something they've very rarely done across the 23-24 campaign. We've got a free kick once again on the edge of the Dynamo's box. Luke Kelly will be the taker. Book Platt in the top right hand corner. Ashton well marked in the box. Likely to go to Book Platt, which he does, into the box. Controlled by Humphreys. Fired diagonally. Really nice football. Copeland can't quite get the purchase and or connection on the ball to trouble Cody Taylor too much. But the warning signs still present themselves. Leeds Dynamos looking to add to their earlier goal. Very similar to how it was in game week 5 of the 22-23 Championship. I remember Manchester United and Hull and East Yorkshire were both competing on either court, both looking to snatch the last automatic promotion spot, and it just kept going from one side to the other, and we're going to have that here today. Should Middlesbrough score in their game against AFC Bournemouth Warriors, they would regain that position at the in second. Currently belongs to Leeds Dynamos, who have absorbed a lot of pressure in the opening 8.5 minutes. Fired well wide by Luke Kelly. Some signs of frustration. I'll bring up the live league stand-ins at the half-time break. We have 11 minutes to go.
Clearly I was wrong with our prediction, and Greenbank will be looking for a win, as if they win, they will have the highest points tally since the 2017 and 2018 season, but held by Seven Oaks, which they had 62 points.
That's exactly right, Lucas. Yep. If they are to win this game, 61 points they would have amassed across their 22 games. And it's certainly worth considering as well, putting the context to it. The championship is far more competitive now than it was 6-7 years ago. So it just puts even more weight behind that achievement. They have been nothing short of sensational across the season, and I have no doubt that they will probably feel very comfortable in the Premiership, because that is the sort of level they're operating at. Well controlled by Book Platt, a player that will almost certainly be in consideration for the Young Player of the Season award. At the conclusion of game week 5, we will, as we always do, run a team of the weekend poll that includes the standout player of the weekend and the unsung hero of the weekend. And then at some point in the week, voting will be made live for the end of season awards. Keep an eye on the WFA's website and social media for more information on that one. If not, feel free to get in contact with me directly. A chance there for Luke Kelly, but thwarted by the Leeds Dynamos defence. 9 minutes to go. Greenbank still trail by a goal to nil. That was scored by Jack Humphreys very early on, registered in the 2nd minute. Down to Humphreys, who's having a very good game. But it's always the danger with Greenbank. They typically always commit Luke Kelly, Jacob Bookplatt and Liam Ashton forward for attacks, and that's probably why they've amassed so many goals across the 5 weekends. But if you're able to break the lines and the press of Greenbank, there's opportunities to be had on the counter-attack. Still 0-0 between AFC Bournemouth Warriors and Middlesbrough. Following this game, irrelevant of its result, we will be presenting Greenbank with their much-deserved trophy. Chadwick just dispossessed by Bookplatt. Humphreys has to drive across the face of Jacob Bookplatt to prevent Greenbank advancing any more into the Dynamos half. Into the side of Hannah Hindley's chair, the whistle in Peter Taylor's mouth. That allows play to continue. Just wide. Kelly lines up to shoot. Bookplatt intending to fire it across the face of goal over to Liam Ashton, who's unopposed at that left-hand post, but locked up by the defence of Dynamos. It goes out for a corner kick to be taken by Bookplatt. Luke Kelly is going to be the far option. Liam Ashton likely to act as the screen. Luke Kelly's probably the intended target, which he absolutely is. Fires it goal bound. Greenbank 1, Leeds Dynamos 1, and they've found their rhythm 13.5 minutes in.
Great finish there by Kelly. The Leeds Dynamos will be looking to get a goal back.
As you can see from that live chart, Middlesbrough were set to, certainly at current, secure at least a point from their game against AFC Bournemouth Warriors, go back above Leeds Dynamos, who will sit on 41 points. We'll have to look at goal difference to see if Norwich can chase them or not. Norwich can finish the season on 41. So, just looked, Leeds Dynamos are plus 17 goal difference, Norwich on plus 20. So a draw here would not be enough for Leeds Dynamos to wrap up the third place playoff position. For Norwich to win in their final game against Teesside Steel, they would take it off them, and that would be bitterly unlucky and disappointing for them, because they would have wanted, they've been flirting with automatic promotion in game week 5, and to have that and the playoff position snatched out their grasp, hopefully for the viewing audience, is just a testament to the quality of the football and the fact that 3, 4, 5, even 6 teams can be competitive towards the summit of the division. Bookplatt and Chadwick patiently playing. Bookplatt with possession on the right, back to Kelly, doesn't quite place his pick off with any real accuracy. As you can see, AFC Bournemouth Warriors remaining resolute. Nearly 12 minutes into that first half. Humphreys. All the way through to Hannah Hindley. Ashton cleared initially by Humphreys. 2-on-1 in favour of Leeds Dynamos. Let's bring up the top 5 goal scorers in the league. You'll see what Lucas was referencing earlier. Liam Ashton on top on 30 goals. Luke Kelly now on 21, matched by Jacob Book-Platt on 21 also. Henry Barnard having scored several goals in their earlier win against Nottingham Forest, now on 17. Jack Gorder on 14. Flicked into the box. Book-Platt. Good clearance by Humphreys.
Just under 2 minutes 30 to go here at the Lee Westwood Sports Centre. Leeds will be open to get a goal, but as it's looking now, Greenbank are applying a lot of pressure as Kelly is trapping the ball between the Leeds defender and trying to take it around Italy. But Italy is like a wall and won't let him pass without a fight. He will be looking for Jacob now to pass to.
Yeah, patient play from Luke Kelly. Attempts an effort himself. The angle and gap was never necessarily there.
It's like a game of chess.
It is, and I think Greenbank know that Leeds Dynamos need to chase this game. A point doesn't do much for them, certainly as it stands currently, with Middlesbrough set to secure at least 1 point. They're going to want or pray for an AFC Bournemouth Warriors goal. But even then, that would only match Leeds Dynamos on points with Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have scored 20 goals more without return than that of Leeds Dynamos on plus 37. Leeds Dynamos on plus 17. So Luke Kelly now over this free kick. Jacob Book-Platt on the left, who he opts to choose, fires it goal bound, blocked on the line by Hannah Hindley. Well, the danger still present. This is such a familiar sight. You've got Luke Kelly pulling the strings in the centre and 2 wide wingers of Ashton and Book-Platt. Contact there. The play allowed to continue. Luke Kelly was very close to Jacob Book-Platt, who's trapped in the top left-hand corner. 2-on-1 in favour of Leeds Dynamo, so hopefully their defence will get a little bit of respite. Final 10 seconds of the half. Still 5 minutes to be played on court A. Fired up the court by Amelia Chadwick. Regulation 20 has been played.
Whistle in the referee's mouth. And there's a good ball over, but just shy of the left-hand post. Ashton could have made it 2-1, but shy of the left-hand post.
Yeah, good opportunity there for Liam Ashton to score his 31st goal of the season. I said I'd bring up the live league table. Let's do exactly that now. So Middlesbrough still 0-0 against AFC Bournemouth Warriors, but that would be enough for them if Leeds Dynamos are unable to secure anything more in this game. 43 points for Middlesbrough, 41 points for Leeds Dynamos. But as I mentioned a few minutes ago, Norwich City are set to play Teesside Steel in their final game. If they are to win that, they will secure a further 3 points. They will finish the season on 41, and with a better goal difference than that of Leeds Dynamos currently, they would take the 3rd place playoff. So Leeds Dynamos have everything to play for in the second half. Hope you can join myself, Ryan Sipple, and my co-commentator Lucas Veza O'Brien for that one. Hello everyone and welcome back to the fifth and final weekend of the 23-24 PTC Therapeutics Championship, where you join myself, Ryan Tipple, and my co-commentator Lucas Veza O'Brien for the second half of the action between Greenbank and Leeds Dynamos, a game that's been really end-to-end and entertaining so far. Jack Humphreys opened the scoring after 2 minutes. Luke Kelly with an equaliser on the 14th minute. Give me your thoughts, Lucas.
I was wrong. Greenbank really was the win this time. They're trying their best to break down the Leeds defence in Amelia Chadwick and Hindley, but they are standing strong, hoping for an automatic playoff promotion spot.
Yeah, it's so interesting that it can just pivot between so many different teams. If we bring up the league table very quickly, as we were referencing a little while ago, Middlesbrough currently 0-0 on Court A against AFC Bournemouth Warriors. There would have absolutely been the expectation that they secure 3 points from that, and I'm sure that's what their coach Carolyn Bean is drilling into them at the halftime team talk. But should Leeds Dynamos manage to turn this result around, they can only match Middlesbrough on points. So they don't have their goal difference not favourable enough to secure them the automatic promotion. And at current, if it was to end as it currently does, then they'll do very well, Leeds Dynamos, to restrict the attack of Greenbank in the following 20 minutes. And a Greenbank win would then put the third place playoff position in the hands of Norwich. So there is a circumstance in which Leeds Dynamos come away with nothing from the 23-24 campaign, which would be probably unfair to them because they've been a very good competitive quality team. There's also we will see what happens. There is an instance in which they secure automatic promotion, so they could literally go from securing automatic promotion, which was the case at one point when they went 1-0 up in this game, all the way to them not securing the third place playoff. So that has surely a testament to the quality. You're seeing the points that separate the teams in our leagues, and Teesside still on 30. Only 4 points separate them at Villa Rockets, Lions and Muscle Warriors. Dudley, who can technically secure the third place playoff position, but they need a lot of results to go in their favour, as well as, of course, securing a win later on this afternoon. So we are back underway here at the Lee Westwood Sports Centre. We've had a substitute in the half-time break. Interesting to see how that influences the performance, but it is Ellie Curran who enters the action in place of the league top goal scorer Liam Ashton. He has most definitely got that wrapped up and in the bag, so he will receive his award at our end of season awards evening, July 13th at the King Power Stadium. They're just looking to end the season with a bang now. Luke Kelly with responsibility of this free kick. Ellie Curran on the left, as you're viewing it, the right hand wing of Greenbank. We're hoping to add a goal to her name. Unchanged from Leeds Dynamos, Hannah Hindley, the designated goalkeeper, Amelia Chadwick, Jack Humphreys and Sebastian Copeland. Kelly down to Book Platt. Ricochets unkindly presenting Book Platt with an opportunity to guide it over the line, but Chadwick readjusts. An attempt from Book Platt. I have to emphasise that a draw would not be enough for them to guarantee the third place playoff position. Would put that in the hands of Norwich City with one final game to play as the ball ricochets high in the air, thankfully wide of any players.
Kelly now with this kick in. gives it to Jacob. Jack was at the meeting when Jacob passes, but the ball was rolling too fast. It went out for a Leeds goal kick.
22 minutes play, Greenbank 1, Leeds Dynamos 1. Copeland to Chadwick. I don't know if she was intending to have the pick off, but that second successive pass out to Copeland, really great. Copeland couldn't get the connection to trouble Luke Kelly and or Cody Taylor. It's a good battle here between Chadwick and Kelly. Neither wants to yield. Luke Kelly obviously so experienced, having won many trophies with West Brom. Jacob Bookplatt just communicating with Ellie Curran as to where he wants her best place. Again, they'll probably use her as the shield. Over to Luke Kelly, as they did in the first half where they scored the goal. The action's there, out to Luke Kelly, lines up, fires it wide behind Hannah Hindley. Carbon copy of their earlier goal. Absolutely brilliant. It's just so effective. That central player just acts as the screen and the shield. They vacate the space at the last second, and Luke Kelly just has to get his timing and connection right. Fires it goal bound. Greenbank 2, Leeds Dynamos 1, and now this will be worrying for Dynamos.
Gorgeous goal.
So now Dynamos on 40 points. Both Norwich City and West Bromwich Albion Dudley can match them on points should they win their remaining two games. I think Dudley have Villa Rockets Lions and Norwich have Teesside Steel, so both have very tough games, but they have more favourable goal difference than that of Leeds Dynamo. So we're in a circumstance that if either one of them were to win, Leeds Dynamos would come away from the season with nothing. Beautiful weaving, dribbling play from Kelly, who's looking for his hat-trick, met by Amelia Chadwick. Let's bring up the live standings for the top 6 teams in the division very quickly. You see Middlesbrough on 43 points. They will still want to be securing 3 points against AFC Bournemouth Warriors. 0-0 that one currently. Leeds Dynamos on 40, but Norwich City and West Bromwich Albion Dudley with a game in hand. They will have their final game of the season to play, whereas this is Dynamo's last game of the season. Confirmation of the current score on court A. AFC Bournemouth Warriors 0, Middlesbrough PFC 0, as Jacob Bookplatt tries to angle it and guide it over to Ellie Curran, who hasn't had much involvement since her introduction at the half-time break, beyond that beautiful screen at the corner for Luke Kelly's second. You can see she's constantly trying to create the angles to ensure Luke Kelly has an option out wide, something they're so effective at, and I've no doubt Marcus Harrison has had an influence on that in his coaching capacity. Miscommunication between Humphreys and Seb Copeland gives possession back to Luke Kelly. 13.5 minutes to play. Greenbank 2, Leeds Dynamos 1.
The Leeds Dynamos players are getting very frustrated now.
So Norwich City against Teesside Steel. West Bromwich Albion Dudley against Villa Rockets Lions up next in the Lee Westwood Sports Centre. So as we are right now, I'll have to split my commentate on one game but keep an eye on the other, because both are playing for the third place playoff. And should it end as it currently stands in the Premiership, whoever finishes third in the Championship will play Manchester United. But we're back here at the Lee Westwood Sports Centre for game week 5 of the Premiership next weekend, June 8th and 9th. Back-to-back weekends of National League football for all those tuning in across England, Europe and the world. I know we have people tuning in from across the globe, including Australia, despite the extreme time difference. Corner kick. Let's see if we can get 3 successive corners. It's the screen by Ellie Curran, fired goal bound by Luke Kelly, and on that instance he doesn't quite have the accuracy, but you can see that passage of play is so hard to deal with. If the Leeds Dynamos players are to commit players to mark Luke Kelly, it leaves Ellie Curran unopposed in the box and vice versa. So it's such a difficult thing to deal with. Off the front of Seb Copeland's chair, kicking for Greenbank. Really is relentless stuff from Greenbank now, who have found their rhythm. Into Kelly, just fragmented by Seb Copeland. Still goalless on Court A. Amelia Chadwick to take. Cleared by Luke Kelly. Opportunity here for Ellie Curran. Guides it goal bound. Kelly wide to Jacob Buckplatt. Couldn't quite get the width to receive that ball. Had he done so, it presented a very nice opportunity to shoot.
And Jacob going into the box for the ball, but Amelia took it out lovely. 2-1 in favour of the Leeds Dynamos now. They're getting up the pitch. They will be hoping for a late 2 goals.
It's a shame. Amelia Chadwick's ball straight out of play. You get a substitute. Liam Ashton going to re-enter the action. Ellie Curran comes off. So the switch of the earlier Greenbank change. Let's have confirmation of that one on your screens now. We've also had a Leeds Dynamos change. Reece Stewart in place of Jack Humphreys. Jacob Buckplatt trying to force his way round Amelia Chadwick. He's so mature for his age, Jacob Buckplatt. Flicked out of the box, met by Luke Kelly. Buckplatt vacates the space and Luke Kelly drives into this bottom left-hand corner. Can he get his hat-trick? He's certainly looking for it. I'll bring up the full table at the conclusion of the game. That's a little flash of how it currently lays. Leeds Dynamos if it is to end this way, we'll be praying that Norwich and Dudley lose their last games.
If I'm correct on thinking, Dudley are without one of the key players, as in Emily Julian. I've heard somebody saying that.
She did pick up a yellow card in her last game against Middlesbrough. Whether that has resulted in a suspension, we will soon find out. But I know that Amy Sherman isn't present at game week 5, or hasn't been, so but Noah Harvey has very much picked up that torch and is having a brilliant weekend. Jacob Book-Platt now with the kick in. Over to Luke Kelly. Out wide to Liam Ashton. Corner kick. They've shaped up differently. Kelly into the box. But just for Greenbank to have amassed 61 points across their 22 games. They've only drawn one and lost one. All the other results have been 3 points in their favour. As Jacob Book-Platt just keeping the ball live, flicking it off the side of Hannah Hindley's chair. Should it get locked up and the ball not move, play will stop, a set ball will resume the action. This is professional game management. As Stewart substitute for Chariots sees Jack Humphreys re-entering the action in place of Reece Stewart. Kelly down to Jacob Book-Platt. Out to Amelia Chadwick. Can she catch up with it? Not enough to force an effort. Cody Taylor has had little to no involvement in this second half, which I'm sure will please their coaches Jerry Kinsella and Marcus Harrison.
Jacob driving it up the pitch now, taking his time to try and run down the clock, but Hindley hits it up towards the Greenbank goal. Copeland and Luke now.
Still 0-0 on Court A, but without a Leeds Dynamos win here, Middlesbrough will wrap up the automatic promotion spot. Out for a goal kick, 4 minutes remaining. Greenbank 2, Leeds Dynamos 1 here in the 5th and final weekend of the 23-24 PTC Therapeutics Championship. Chadwick to Humphreys. Flicked over to Chadwick, controlled. Luke Kelly. Bookplatt with possession. Happy to let that roll out of play for a Greenbank ball.
Just under 3 minutes to go here now. Copeland was a little bit too close to Kelly there, so will have to be retaken. Greenbank will be happy about that.
Wide. Kelly into Bookplatt, guides it down the left-hand wing of Greenbank into the top corner. Kelly on the edge of the box, Ashton at the back post. Prior to the game kicking off, Greenbank as Ashton fires it over the line. That's the game. Greenbank 3, Leeds Dynamos 1. 31 goals across Greenbank's 22 games. What a tally, what a season for Liam Ashton. Leeds Dynamos will be very nervous now. Sorry if we're repeating ourselves, but West Bromwich Albion, Dudley and Norwich City can both leapfrog Leeds Dynamos should they win their final game of the season. Both up next at the Lee Westwood Sports Centre. West Bromwich Albion, Dudley play Villa, Rockets, Lions. Norwich City play Teesside Steel, so both have very tough games, but should just one of them beat their opposition, they will get the third place playoff. Should they both win, it will go to Norwich City because they have a far more favourable goal difference than the teams around them. Kelly flicks over to the wing. I think he was anticipating Jacob Bookplatt and or Liam Ashton to be present on that wing. 5 seconds to go. Lucas, player of the match, please.
Has to be Kelly. Yeah, he does fabulous. Scored 2 goals today. Middle of the park. Like he ran the game.
We will be presenting Greenbank with their trophy at the conclusion of this game. Something that they've most definitely earned. And that is it. That's a wrap for Green, who end the season on a high. 61 points from 22 games. Let's just bring up that league table just so you can see what it does. 22 games played, 20 wins, just 1 draw, 1 loss. The only blemishes on their record. 88 goals scored, 8 conceded, so plus 80 goal difference. 61 points, sorry. Truly remarkable. And just to complement that, the top goal scorers of the league, Liam Ashton finishing on 31, Luke Kelly on 22, Jacob Bookplatt on 21. So between them, so many goals. And finally, let's just look at that league table and in the context of Leeds Dynamos. Leeds Dynamos currently hold that 3rd place, so they will desperately be hoping that Norwich City and West Bromwich Albion Dudley falter in their final games of the season. Anything other than a win for both would fall into the hands of Leeds Dynamos. But a win for Norwich City would see them take third spot. A win for Dudley would see them take third spot. Should they both win, Norwich would get it due to a more favourable points tally. And that one is up next. Thank you to all that have joined myself and Lucas. We'll be back for the next games in game week 5 of the 23-24 PTC Therapeutics Championship.